Welcome to Grow Guyana, a weekly journey into Guyana's agriculture sector, bringing you the stories and perspectives from the people that are shaping food security, climate-smart agriculture, and supporting livelihoods. I'm Ramona Luti, and this week we're highlighting how rice farmers on the Essequibo coast benefited from a recent engagement with the Agriculture Ministry. We're also showcasing how new forms of farming are being developed in Essequibo, with young people leading the charge. We're also going to be highlighting a local one-stop fishing business and giving an outlook at the weather, and tell you more about how the Grow Guyana team met with some people to hear their perspectives on Guyana's agriculture sector. Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa led a delegation to meet with farmers in one of Guyana's highest producing rice locations to hear directly from the people making it happen. Josiah Williams was there.
Every single thing that in the rice industry, we rice farmer have to find every single cent cash to pay all our entity. And it's not fair that the millers take 1 year and 12 and 13 months or how much to pay we rice farmer. It is against. Now those same millers are not paying 1 cent of interest to our pocket. But when you take fertilizer, you have to pay $700, $800 a bag. How are we going to survive on that?
I will ask GRDV to get all the names of the people who will ask what you talk about there, and I will meet with the millers who owe the farmers to deal with it now.
We had applied for land, we had asked for land for Diversifying, and we are full in support of what we call 2 or 3 or 10 income. We are full in support of it. But we have some ideas too. And so therefore, when we approach him, we prepare documents, send how we can develop the land and what we can do and everything. He took us to a meeting 1 and 2 times. We start as a farmer, and few others, we start to put aside land for diversification. But then we want to go bigger than 1 and 2 acres.
We want to go in a bigger work along with you, and which farmers want to do that?
But I'm asking, please, that
we can work along with the lands people. We have to ensure that we now reduce the traditional fertilizer and use the nano fertilizer more, so that that fertilizer also increasing the yield. When the president announced that the government will build a government silo here in Essequibo, we already do the land on the area, and we are building. The tender is out. The tender is out, and the silo will start shortly.
Additionally, the government of Guyana is continuing its push for a more diverse agricultural sector by supporting innovative farming methods on the Essequibo coast.
Here on the Essequibo coast, new shrimp, onion and tunnel ventilated poultry programs are taking root, opening opportunities for young farmers and strengthening Guyana's food security.
I want to start this project in a week time from now. So a machine will come and start the project, like from next week. When you take in the first set of water, 6 weeks after you start get shrimp in it, you can sell the shrimp immediately, right? And there are lots of market for these shrimps around the country, and it's and the cost is very high, about $30,000 a bucket. 1 bucket of shrimp for $30,000, and a pond is give you how much on average? About 10 buckets. So these are the onion seed, right? Yes. So we got everything in place to start this thing. You understand? But we have to ensure that we put all the system in place to get proper yield. Because this here, the first one will be a pilot project. So this here will commence very shortly, within a matter of 2 weeks. We should get the process start. So if we start with the small farmers first, the pint 2 acre per 1 acre, 2 acre, we don't need to get big machinery to do it. So you'll have, in another 4 months from now, you might have close to about 8 tunnel ventilated pens will be on operation. Each pen has a capacity, average capacity about 40,000 birds. Every 6 weeks, you can churn out 40,000 birds. And the mortality rate is very, very low. If you get 40% minimum or maximum, we can get 1 or 2 groups. And we will work along with you all. We'll train you all. You don't have to left your work if you work. You do your work and still participate in the program. Is all you have to understand. You have to help out in the program.
Some of the farmers that attended these engagements also shared their experience with the Grow Guyana team and their vision for a more food-secure Guyana.
I enrolled to do the shrimp thing. I am a poultry farmer, I'm a rice farmer, I do garden. So I think the help that the government is giving is going to take me further, a step further.
We welcome such actions by the government in Region 2 in the sense that the other farmers will boost the profit. That's one. Two, we will be able to minimize the importation of such chicken, etc. It's a great initiative by the government of Guyana, and calling on farmers to do the best so that we will get the best out of it too.
I'm supporting the government in agriculture diversification. I converted some rice land and will be going to plant other crops such as bora, okra, balanchi, shallot, and also onion. We have to use technology now, and that is one of the way forward. I will be partnering with the people with the tunnel house because I will be using the organic manure from the tunnel house for the farm.
Guyana's fisheries sector is continuing to evolve with businesses like Fish R Us capitalizing on the demand for the protein-rich meat and providing citizens with a one-stop shop. Josiah Williams tells us more.
Here on the coast, fisheries is not just an industry, it's a way of life. From early morning catches to processing and packaging, it's putting food on tables and supporting families across Guyana.
This is Fish R Us, one of the few places you can get fresh, local seafood. We have from like catfish, banga miri, we got snapper, prawns, everything fresh, everything local. One of our main product is gilbaka. This is one of the few places you can get fresh, alive gilbaka. Look, we have on the table there, we get fresh living up. Normally, we get our fishes fresh off the boat them. As soon as some of the fish them come fresh, we clean them, we package them, and we store them inside the freezer. Fishery is important because they provide quality protein and they provide jobs and income. And also, we get a lot of export from the fisheries. That time ago, you would normally say they normally get like a tub of fish. Now it's like a half tub. Depends. Fishery is on the decrease rate. Well, the government can help the fishing industry by improving wharves. They can make access to exporting fish more easy, and they can make access to like equipment for fishing more easy to access and affordable to fishermen. Fishery is important for food security because it helps support national food supply, and it is a cheap protein for families and so on.
After delving into the importance of Guyana's fishing industry, let's take a look at some of the products being prepared and packaged.
Now we're taking a look at how fresh fish is carefully cleaned, packaged, and prepared before making its way to your table.
This here is fresh netly. This here is also known locally as plata. So what people would normally do with these, people would normally fry them. So this here we get them fresh. This here is already cleaned. So we weigh them off. We weigh them off like this here. Raise up the bag, and we package them off. This here is our packaging area. This is where we seal them and freeze them. Look here, I give you a demonstration of how we seal them. This here is a demonstration of the final product. This is our saltfish drying area. What we normally do, we salt them down and then we put them out to dry. Normally it would take like 2 weeks to dry depending on the thickness of the fish and depending on the weather. So you can get our product at Windsor Forest and you can also get our product at LBI. Anytime you're coming down the west coast, you can stop at Windsor Forest and get your fish fresh from the sea to your table. You can come and get them, get any product. You can come and get banga miri, snapper, gilbaka, anything.
As Guyana continues to grow its agricultural sector, fisheries remain a vital part of that story, driven by people and rooted in community. Back to you, Ramona.
Over in Region 6, the government is also encouraging farmers to get involved in fruit production for processing, while cocoa production shows further expansion.
Very shortly, you have one of the largest cocoa farmers in the world, the Rizik Group from Dominican Republic, will come here in Skeldon to start the production of cocoa. They will set up a processing plant. They will start approximately 2,000 acres of cocoa production. They will work along with the local farmers also to start cocoa production so that they can have the supplies coming from local farmers. They will be providing the planting material. They will be providing technical guidance. And we are working along with them. We have already agreed. They came, they took the soil to take it to do the sample in the DR, and we have been in constant contact with them. I am hoping, very optimistic, by before August, they can come and start production or start the planting. We are now working with DDL. DDL will set up a juice plant here in Skeldon. We already signed the MOU. We are now working with which co-op? The Baba Grant? Babylon. Babylon Co-op are working now, and we are working with Babylon Co-op for Guyana Lands and Survey to give DDL a portion of their land, which they will lease to DDL. DDL will set up a juice plant there, and the farmers here in the Upper Quarantine will have the opportunities to plant the product that they want. Things like passion fruits, cherry, guava. You know, DDL making a lot of those juice, and they will need it, and this will be all year round. This will be ready market.
Now for a weather outlook that is expected to affect farmers in the coming months. Guyana's Hydrometeorological Service has advised that El Niño conditions are likely to develop over the next 2 to 4 months. There is a 90% likelihood that drier than normal conditions and increased heat will emerge. Based on predictions, for the remainder of May and into July, most regions in Guyana are expected to experience below normal levels of rainfall, while others may experience above normal levels. As such, the risk of flooding in some locations remain high. As part of Guyana's independence celebrations, the Grow Guyana team went to the Guyana Festival to engage with citizens and see their vision for Guyana's agricultural sector.
My concern is for naturally to have organic vegetables and fruits, which is the reason why when we normally buy the fertilizers, vegetable or fruits, into the other day if we put it in the refrigerator, it's kind of get quail. But if we buy the on-fertilizer, natural organic, and we put it in the refrigerator, it stays more long. And when we cook it, it's way different. It doesn't give the amount of water that the fertilizer vegetable would normally give. And it's very healthier than we using the fertilizer vegetables and fruit. For this May, June, we all understand it's the rainy weather. It's the time where we get flood or crops damage, right? But then we think we should put precaution.
In my days doing cash crop, it was more tough because it's everything manual. Like if you got to prepare the land, you got to do it manually. Now we have machine can get into the back down, where we just normally do this cash crop, and it's more easier with technology now and the future for agriculture. It will be very, very high in Guyana, at a very advanced level in Guyana, because you can see that more production we are having, especially with this cash crop. Yeah, you know, like our callaloo, our balanje, our cucumber, our pepper, and all the other cash crop. It's more advanced, and you have a variety of quality.
Agriculture is a very important part of Guyana, and we at Sings Farm Tour feel very proud to be part of that sector, because to be part of growing Guyana, because we know that Guyana is the breadbasket, they call it, of the Caribbean. So yes, and I like to encourage young people to do a farming, go into farming. It can be profitable. It can be profitable, but you have to invest in it. The little fruits that we put on display, they have some people, like Jack, they come and they asking if this is katahar and if this is bread nut, but it is in fact koa and or jackfruit. So we need our youths and our young people, our Guyanese, some of them, you know, they don't even know the fruits. the name of the fruits.
Next week, we take a look at the developments in rice production, where research and innovation are playing a key role in shaping the future of the industry. Join as we speak to the leading scientist at the Guyana Rice Development Board as he and his team continue to lead efforts aimed at increasing yields and improving efficiency across the sector. And that's it for this edition of Grow Guyana, a weekly journey into the stories, people, and ideas driving the country's agricultural future. I am Ramona Luti. Join us next week as we continue to track the growth, challenges, and opportunities shaping Guyana's agriculture sector.